The new Honda Prologue, guys, this is the new version, just came out in March of this year. It has more power and torque, has a little bit of extra range. It's actually got some big discounts. And considering this is the brand new model, I'm a bit surprised to see this. Range on the cheapest version of this vehicle is around 300 miles, so approximately 500 kilometers. It comes with an 85 kilowatt hour battery and some pretty good standard levels of specification. I like to think of the Honda Prologue as the GM Prologue because it's actually really a General Motors car. But anyway, it's actually a really nice car. And if you're thinking about buying one of these, you can get 0.99% financing, which considering inflation is well above 1%. Basically financing where you make money, crazy. And you can get also a $16,500 discount if you find the right one at the right dealer. So what are the details? Well, here they are. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to have you with us. If you want to become a YouTube member, you can get access to some of our videos that are not on the main channel, including my recent interview, the full interview with Sandy Munro. Thinking about driving a 2025 Honda Prologue EV? Well, yeah, it's a pretty good deal right now. As of May 23, the 23rd of May, I should say, there is an additional $2,000 in lease finance cash. I mean, I'm going to get to the lease stuff first. So I know you guys in the United States, you often lease cars very commonly. That stacks on top of some other savings. Honda was already offering $3,500 in lease finance cash across the US, plus another $1,000 what they call lease finance loyalty conquest money, plus that other discount I mentioned at the start. 3 different lease discounts, very confusing. But anyway, plus the Prologue actually is eligible for the $7,500 EV lease credit. In total, you're going to get a massive discount putting all that together. What that means is that Prologue is actually really good value. And I think it might be cheaper than an equivalent internal combustion version of, say, a car this size. In zero-emission vehicle states like California, Honda is throwing in another $2,500 lease finance cash. And on top of all that, buyers can access 0.99% financing for up to 60 months. All in, that's a total of $16,500 in savings. And if you're buying, you can also get some pretty massive discounts as well. Apparently, these deals are on until July the 7th. So, not forever, but for a while. However, on Honda's website, a 2025 Prologue EX with an MSRP of $51,850, destination charges are included in that cost, is listed at $259 a month for 36 months in California. $259 a month for 36 months. That's about $60 a week. About $65 a week. That's just ridiculous. Start a hire company, buy a bunch of them. I don't know. Anyhow, apparently you do need to put down $4,000 at signing though. But that includes a $1,000 conquest cash incentive based on 10,000 miles per year, coming to a total of $370 a month before taxes. Still an amazing price. That's the best lease that Honda's offered on the 2025 Prologue, and it undercuts the lease cost of the 2025 HR-V, which is Honda's smallest SUV. It's cheaper to lease a Honda Prologue, a GM Prologue, which is a much more luxurious, much nicer car and bigger than a Honda HR-V. Honestly, if someone went out right now and leased a Honda HR-V instead of a Honda Prologue, I'd think, man, you've got to be joking me. I mean, the HR-V LX is $290 a month with $3,300 down or $381 a month. The Prologue beats the CR-V Hybrid Sport, which leases for $370 a month. Yeah, it's the cheapest electric Honda SUV you can get and one of the cheapest SUVs of any kind in the United States. The Prologue is just an incredibly good deal right now, and it is a pretty good car. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the best car on the market, but it's pretty good. If you're wondering the details, let's quickly have a look at them. The 2025 Prologue now features more power and range. It has up to 300 horsepower and can travel up to 308 miles of range on a single charge. So this is not some kind of poverty pack car. Honda actually say that they have new front-wheel drive version which has a range of 308 miles. That's 400, about 500 kilometers EPA. That's an increase of 12 miles or 19 kilometers. Battery pack size is quite a big battery. It's an 85 kilowatt hour battery. When you consider that fact, it just seems like an incredibly good deal. So, dual motor all-wheel drive variants get a range boost. The EX and the Touring trims now travel 294 miles. That's 473 kilometers. This is more than WLTP though, because this is an EPA range. So WLTP, the range would be more than 500 kilometers. Anyway, that's an increase of 13 miles. The range-topping Prologue Elite gets a range of 283 miles or 455 kilometers. Upgrades, there's some others, right? The opposite, the front-wheel drive variants now have more power than they used to have. They have 220 horsepower or 164 kilowatt and 330 newton-meters of torque. In addition, the dual motor all-wheel drive variants they've actually had an improvement as well, 224 kilowatt, 300 horsepower, and 355 pound-feet of torque. That's 481 newton meters. So plenty of power and torque. Bit of an increase over the previous model. And interestingly, those upgraded outputs to the exact number, the outputs from the 2025 Chevrolet Blazer EV. So anyway, as I said, this is a GM Prologue. Pricing remains unchanged as the electric crossover continues to start at $47,400, meaning no change to the price, but of course there are some big discounts that I mentioned earlier. Let me know your thoughts. Is this a good deal? Would you consider getting one? Let us know in the comments. Bye-bye. Wow, would you look at this? Honda actually selling some electric cars. I mean, who would have thought Honda? I mean, guys, to be honest, less than 1% of Honda's vehicle sales in 2024 were fully electric worldwide. But in the US, well, the Honda Prologue is a hot item. I mean, really, it really is. Americans really love it. Most Americans don't know that they're not actually buying a Honda. It's not a Honda at all. To be honest, it's really, really not. But you know what? Whatever. Who cares? Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to have you with us. Honda is about to take over Nissan. Now, for those of you who don't know, the new merger will be, basically the hierarchy will be owned by Honda. So Honda will be running Nissan. I believe 80% of the board and the president will be Honda. And the ownership of this new company will be basically Honda because it's based on market capitalization. And Honda's market capitalization is 4 times higher than Nissan's. Mitsubishi's is minuscule. So basically, Honda is now in charge of the third largest company, will be soon in charge of the third largest company in the world. Honda, by the way, doesn't know why they did it. They can't think of any positive reasons for why they want to be part of Nissan. Seriously, I wouldn't be able to either, so I don't blame them.